Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. I'm doing a complete closet makeover, taking everything out down to the shelves, putting new shelving in, and just organizing it all. And I'll be labeling everything with my Cricut Explorer Air 2. You will see that later on in the video, but basically when we moved in this closet, I always knew I wanted this closet to be for our games and our arts and crafts. So when we moved in, we kind of just shoved everything in there knowing what was going to eventually go in there. So what we did was just take everything out. Chris even took out the wire shelving and put in a new Rubbermaid shelving system. It was very inexpensive from Home Depot, and it works out perfect for what we need it for. So again, like I said, first he's taking everything out, and then we're going to take out the wire shelving and put in the new. So as you can see, it's just pretty simple. We had to put everything back in here and pick it up another day. So that is today when I am organizing all of this. So like I mentioned, we kind of just threw all of the games and arts and crafts in here because that's what I always wanted this closet to be. And the whole point of this is not only just to organize it and make it look pretty, but it's to make it functional for the kids so that when they come in here and they open up these doors, they feel inspired to create something or play with a game or Play-Doh or kinetic sand rather than just having way too much screen time, which we kind of let go by the wayside a little bit when we moved because we needed to get things situated. So they definitely had a little too much screen time, but it's all good. Pretty soon it's going to be nice out and we spend all of our days outside. But anyway, back to what we're doing, just taking everything out of that closet, bringing it to the island. You'll probably see in the background here, Chris and his dad are still working on our office, which is done now minus the paint, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to share that video with you. But yeah, take everything out. It's always my first step in organizing, and then I'm just going to sort through things, throw away old dried up paint, old Play-Doh, markers that don't work anymore. And I have these bins here because I'm just, again, coloring with these markers, making sure they still work. I also got some new supplies. I like to do that at least once a year, just get some fresh markers, some new crayons, and some fresh paints because like I said, things dry out a lot. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now, just organizing basically the crayons, markers, pencils, and colored pencils. So this first little caddy here did not work out for how I wanted it for the markers. It was actually like too big for the amount of markers that we had, so I wound up switching it to a smaller caddy that I got. So you'll see that here, but we did wind up using this for paint, so it all worked out. Alright, so paint is organized, crayons, markers, colored pencils, and pencils are organized, and now I just found these 2 little jars at Michael's right before you check out, in those little like dollar bins, but they're perfect for our googly eyes and for our beads. So these containers probably look familiar. I've used them in the past. I always save my organizers just because I always have something that needs to be organized. So the one that you see right now was actually in my fridge in the old house, and I saved it and it worked out perfectly for this. I have a new idea for the fridge, but you'll see that in another episode of this new organizational series. This is kind of just the kickoff. I'll call this one episode 1. I will be uploading at least one organizational video every week in the month of April, so I hope you subscribe and stick around for that. Ella just woke up from her nap, as you see here, but these little things that I'm putting the workbooks and coloring books and papers and all that in, they're little file holders, and they are from IKEA. I think it was a pack of 6, and it was only like $2. I showed you that in my IKEA haul. These containers I used to organize baby stuff with them. They are from Target. I'm just putting my hot glue guns in here and my hot glue sticks. And then we are moving on. I'm just putting the kids' smocks in here that they use for when they paint. And this little rolly bar cart has gotten so much use in our house. I've used it for craft stuff before. I used it for a little bedside nursing station when I was newly postpartum. We just get a lot of use out of it, and it was only $20 at Target, so you can't beat it. But now I'm organizing the Play-Doh. The top is going to be for the Play-Doh, and the center is going to be for like all the little toys and molds that they use for their Play-Doh and kinetic sand. There I was just showing you how badly my kids mix Play-Dohs, so I did get them a couple of new Play-Dohs in here. And then the bottom is just going to be used for the kinetic sand. Now that that is complete, I got these really cool little bags off Amazon. I think it was 20 bags for like $10, and they work out perfectly for board games and puzzles instead of having like the bulky boxes around. So you'll see that here. They are amazing. Chris took this little clip right here. You can see I look confused, but he wanted to show you guys like how real life this is. Like, we do stop and help the kids with homework. Carter and I are studying his sight words, but it's just not realistic to have an entire day just to organize. In these videos, we stop and start a lot and try to pick up and remember where we left off at. But anyway, this video literally took me from the moment I woke up until around 12:30 at night to get everything sorted, and it all comes out in a 19-minute video. So just throwing that out there. I'm so happy it's done though. Everything is finally organized and we're on to the fun part, and I'd like to thank Cricut for sponsoring this portion of today's video. You know I love my Cricut. I also have the Cricut Maker. I've used it for my pantry labels, as you see here. I've used it for iron-on transfer for our Disney shirts, as well as for our little Halloween bags that I like to customize. I absolutely love the Cricut and just how easy it is to use, how versatile it is, and how I can pretty much customize everything for not only my home but for my kids, because I use a lot of labels for organization. I even use the Cricut to cut some paper for Tanner's little DIY Toy Story blocks. It's just a great machine that you can do so much with. The Cricut Explorer 2 can fit into every facet of your life. It accurately cuts up to 100 materials, including everything from iron-on, like you saw for the shirts and for the bags, vinyl, which I use for all of my things that I label around the house, and paper, like I use in the Toy Story block DIY, to even specialty materials like glitter paper, cork, and bonded fabric. So I love that. It's just very, very versatile. It's a value for your investment because with the variety of materials it can cut, as well as its ability to draw and score using a scoring stylus, the Cricut Explorer 2 has many possibilities. I love the little stylus as well. I'm sure you'll see that in another video of mine, but they have beautiful color markers that can basically write really nice handwriting for you on any kind of paper. We've even made my mom little mugs. We call her Mom Mom, so we made her a Mom Mom mug. It's just great for like gifting, personalization, home decor. And once you start making, you'll just see that it's worth the investment. I have so many little projects planned now that we're all moved in and completely unpacked. I cannot wait to just use this for pretty much everything. Cricut Explorer 2 is easy to set up, and it allows DIYers and makers to get up and running with projects quickly, as you can see here with the Cricut Design Studio space on my desktop. You can also have the design space on your phone, which I use as well, and you can design and make from anywhere quickly, which is really nice. Today I'm just using my computer. I'm inserting my vinyl here, and I'm basically just making a label for every single thing in this craft closet because, being realistic, we know kids throw everything all over the place, and this will just help us, with where everything goes. I also think little things like having the crayons labeled crayons. I'm trying really hard to say crayons because I say crowns. So does my mom. I don't know. We're from New Jersey. I don't know what it is, but we all say crowns. My sister, all of us. I don't know. But anyway, crayons. I think seeing them, I think it will just help them with their letter recognition and just reading in general. So I love having everything labeled. I'm so excited that I'm like, the office is coming together and I have like all my Cricut supplies out and easily accessible, because I'll just be creating so many new things for the house. I definitely want to get into making my own labels for my oil bottles and just all of it. So make sure to check out the Cricut Explorer 2. I'll have everything linked down in my description box below. And thanks again, Cricut, for sponsoring that portion of today's video. You guys know I love my Cricut, so when they reached out to work with me, I was just like over the moon excited. So now that I have everything on my transfer paper, we are going to start all of the labeling. This video makes it look super fast. Obviously it was not as fast as this video looks, but everything just looks beautiful and so nice and clean and organized. I think for my next organizational video, I'm just going to focus on the kitchen. All of the dishes and the food, the pantry, all of that stuff is nice and organized already, but I want to focus on under the sink as well as some refrigerator organization. Let me know if you would like to see that video next and what other organizational videos you want to see. Our bedroom closets are not finished. They're still the wire shelving. I really want to get some built-ins for the inside of the kids' closet since they're going to be sharing closets. I want it pretty much like split right down the middle with hanging clothes and then drawers in the middle. So I'm just looking for some kind of system for that, but it's definitely on my list. So yeah, now it's finally time to put everything back into this closet, and I just can't even believe like how tidy and organized everything looks considering how much stuff was in there before. I think taking things out of their containers really truly helps, down to like the board games and the puzzles, all of that. Like there's just so much more space in here. And you can also see like I'm putting things on the higher shelves that I want them to ask to have. So yeah. I am so happy with how everything came out. I can't wait to show the kids. You can probably hear them in the background right now as I do my voiceover, but I haven't showed them yet because I want to be able to play with them when I show them, because I know they're going to want to take it all out. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. This is episode 1 of my little organizing series, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one.